I just do not subscribe to this. It is quite harmful, in fact.
Can you elaborate?
The mind is already too eager to gather news from here and there. Like a very suspicious old man. What's happening? Where? Acha. It needs rest. Not more news. Because any bit of news, any bit of information that comes to it would only be misutilized. And it already has millions or billions of terabytes of information. Could that do any good? Isn't it far better to just forget everything? Why add to your existing and overflowing repository of information? Just forget everything and be engrossed in rest. Ignore these things. They belong to the body. The body will take care of them. Eating, walking, sleeping. If you start being observant about every step that the body takes, you will go mad. Such advices have managed to sustain only because such advices have never been fully implemented. If somebody could actually fully implement these advices about watchfulness and mindfulness, then the dangerous nature of these advices would be exposed. The mindfulness industry has managed to survive only because nobody can practically do what they are advising. If even one person can practically do what they are advising, he will prove the very debilitating nature of that advice through his madness. He did it fully and he went crazy. And that would be the end of these teachings. But fortunately for these teachings, they are so impractical, so crazy that they can never really be implemented. Nobody can be so watchful about every morsel of food or every blink of the eye or every round of respiration. So people just survive going mad. And when they cannot implement these teachings fully, they feel that they are guilty and have therefore not benefited from the teachings. Do you see how I could not benefit from them because I could not implement them fully? The bugger does not know that if he could implement them fully, he would go crazy. The saint has never been known to be the one who is observant about these minor microscopic things in life. The saint's heart is elsewhere. He in fact ignores these tidbits called daily life. You look at his clothing, and it's possible that you might find that something is torn somewhere and he is oblivious of it. He totally ignores these things. He is carrying some utensil and the utensil has a hole. You become conscious of that hole. The fakir keeps ignoring that hole. Forget about ignoring the hole. If you tell him there is a hole in your vessel, he will say, is there? Huh? Where? He's lost. He's somewhere else. That's hardcore spirituality, not this. There is the famous tale of Sohni and Mahiwal in Punjab. So Sohni used to cross the river using pots. They don't sink, no? So she would used to float the pot, and holding on to it, she would cross the river, Chenab. One day, some jealous woman kept a raw pot for her. Not a properly baked one, an unbaked one. And Sohni just picked it up and went to the river and drowned and died. That's the heart. That's real love. You are so lost in your beloved that you do not even bother to cross-check about these things. What am I eating? What am I using for my physical defense? The mindfulness industry would have said, oh, she is not mindful enough. That's why she is going to die. Obviously, she was not mindful enough. And that is why she was a lover. Who said lovers are mindful? That observation is inner, not the observation of the food you take and the steps you put and this and that. The observation there is just this: am I with the beloved or not? There is just one thing that you have to watch out for. It doesn't matter where else I am. It's either a 0 or a 1. 1 if I am with him. 0 if I am anywhere else. It doesn't matter where I am. You are born with a purpose. The purpose is your primary concern. Otherwise, why are you alive? You are born to get rest. You are born to get freedom from your restlessness. And therefore, that is what you must be fully occupied with. That's your central mission. Everything else is incidental. Everything else is stuff worth ignoring. not something you can afford to get entangled in.